Alright guys, it's that time again. It's time for an EDC update. EDC standing for Everyday Carry. If you're new to these videos, basically what I'm doing is showing you all the stuff that I carry around with me. So let's jump right into it. A couple changes here and there, a lot of the familiar items, but there are of course some new stuff. Big focus for this update is the stuff on my keys. My keys are starting to get bulky again, which I'm not too happy about yet. I do like all the crap that's on there. So anyway, let's start with some of the not so exciting stuff. Phone, still rocking the same phone. I still love my Net 10 service. I will definitely stick with this. Got the iPhone 4. If you haven't seen all my, numerous past EDC updates, the phone doesn't really change much. Still got the same Magpul case. I am doing an upgrade soon, not for myself, but my wife is still on a plan for her phone, and she's due for an upgrade soon. So she doesn't like real big phones, but she's kind of tossed whether she should get like an iPhone 6 or 6 Plus. Feel free to comment down below if you have one of those cell phones, things you like about it, don't like about it. She doesn't want like a massive, cell phone. She doesn't want to carry around a tablet. Once it gets bigger than her pockets, then it's no good to her anymore. She likes keeping her cell phone in her pocket. But what that means for me is that when she does eventually upgrade, no matter what she gets, I'll probably end up with her old phone, which is the iPhone 5S. So that'll be a different phone for me. As far as the wallet, I always talk about getting a new wallet, and I haven't, obviously. You're looking at the old one. It's funny because when I first started using this, I'm like, wow, the zipper thing, what a pain in the butt, and I love it. I have to say, the more I use this wallet, the more I love it. This was my grandfather's wallet, so it has some sentimental value to me, but I just love the fact that it does zipper. If I put a bunch of crap in there, I don't have to worry about it falling out. So the wallet has really, really grown on me. Yeah, there's much better quality wallets out there. Eventually this will fall apart. It's getting pretty darn worn. If the zipper ever breaks on it, forget it, I'll have to use a new one. But for now, it's working out great. As far as stuff in the wallet, let's see. I never show you guys what's in the wallet. As far as tools and stuff. Let's see, I still have the Sinclair, the upgraded version, the metal one. You can see it's dirty as hell. But that does get used occasionally, not because I need to, just because I know it's in there, and why not, right? Love the variety. Trying to see what else I have in here that I can show you guys. I always keep Band-Aids and some first aid stuff tucked away in there. Let's see, trying to find any other tools or anything of interest. I don't think there's anything else in there you guys really would care about. Really kind of tucked back in there, but you guys know I do carry that a Silver Eagle for good luck. Let's see. I got my identification card for Zippo lighters. My dating card, because you know how important that is. I do carry this. This is the law. I'm not going to open it up right now. It's all folded up, obviously, and I'm only using one hand because my wallet's falling. But this basically is the Pennsylvania state law on carrying weapons. So if I ever get pulled over, or I'm questioned about what kind of weapons I have, I can break that out, and that's what's allowed in Pennsylvania. And there's my Silva 2014. It's a gift from a viewer. Carry that around for good luck. Always like having a little silver on me. And then I also carry this in there as well for good luck. A beautiful bald eagle, American flag. Let's turn that so you guys can read it. It says, "May good luck always accompany the bearer of this coin." Again, from a viewer. Just super cool. And I really wanted to catch that, but I didn't. So anyway, that's pretty much all the exciting stuff that's in the wallet. Alright, so phone, wallet, let's get that out of the way. You guys saw this in an old video. This is the, of course, Spyderco Rubicon. Beautiful knife. I have kind of mixed feelings on it. It is a great quality knife, and it does work well. The price tag on this, I'm kind of tossed, and in fact, when I first showed this, I got a lot of interest in messages. People saying, hey, you like the Rubicon, you could do a review on it. I'm kind of on the fence. I kind of want to get one. Is it worth it? And back and forth. And of course, I will do a full review soon since I've been EDCing a lot more. But I'm going to say the price tag that this carries, there's a lot of competition. A lot of competition. I don't think for the price this costs, it's the best option out there. Don't get me wrong, it's a damn fine knife. But you know, I think you are paying a little bit extra for having that spider on that blade. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. It's still a really beautiful knife, and it still functions great. It's a great EDC blade. It's just not the only option out there. And again, when you start getting up there in price, it's hard to justify one knife over another, other than the fact that it's the design you like. You know what I mean? The color combinations, the look, the feel you want. You know, this works just as good as, you know, some $60, $70 knives out there, some $100 knives. But anyway, more for, you know, when the review comes. But overall, I do like it, I have to say. If you're on the fence about this one, if you got the money for it and you just like the way it looks, yeah, it performs great. No surprise, you know, it is a Spyderco. I have yet to have a Spyderco that did not function properly. Some are better than others for general purpose tasks. And, you know, obviously, if you have a specific cutting task, you might want a specific type of blade style or something. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling. It's a good knife. It's just, it's definitely pricey. And the battery had to die on me. Why? Because I'm right in the middle of a video. That's why. So, anyway, moving on. Got the Gaston flag wristband. Don't tread on me. Very powerful message. That's why I love this one so much. I do usually wear two. Wear it on my right hand. It'll be this one and something else. I have a slew of them, but it's always this one with another one. I always have this on me now. I just really like it, and occasionally I'll get a compliment or two on it. All right, moving on to the other blade. Of course, you know it, Alan Folt's Custom Minimalist. Things getting pretty ratty. Got to do a sharpening again. I use this neck knife more than any other neck knife I've ever had. It is just perfect in every way. I absolutely love it. I could not recommend this anymore. If you guys are starting to get into neck knives, you have to at the very least, get the CRKT production version of this knife, and if you can save up a little bit more, I would definitely recommend the custom versions. They're just wonderful. It's actually funny because when I went on vacation. I spent 2 days at Dorney with my family a couple weeks ago, and for vacation, I brought my Browse blades just to change it up a little bit. I couldn't wear it in the parks, which sucks. It's kind of strange when you carry so much EDC stuff all the time. When I went in, you know, inside the parks, you can't have my gun. To be honest, the security sucked. It really sucked. I could have easily, you know, smuggled in guns and knives and bombs, whatever the hell I wanted. But, you know, I'm not there to cause any problems, and I certainly don't want to get kicked out of an amusement park on vacation with my family. So I had to leave my gun in the car. I actually took all my EDC stuff off, and we walked past the parking lot, the 2 miles, or whatever the hell it was. We're parked way in the back. And when I finally got up to security, I was maybe like 20, 30 feet from like the front entrance, and I'm like, oh crap. And I had this on my neck still, so I had to walk all the way back to the car. I literally forget that it's on my neck. But luckily my brother-in-law, Vinny, took the walk with me, so he kept me company. So at least I had some conversation while I was walking back. I was tired before I even started my day, walking back and forth in the parking lot. But anyway, point is, it's a fantastic knife. I highly recommend it. And I love the idea of a neck knife. You guys know that by now. If you haven't tried a neck knife before, give it a shot. You might like it. This is something else that I started using on vacation, where I just, you know, I still carried my wallet. I still had my regular essentials in here, my, you know, driver's license, carry permit, you know, the other slew of stuff I have in there, cards. But I carried my cash in the clip, in the pocket, and I love it. I really like this. The only downside to a money clip in general, because I've carried money clips on and off my whole life. Ever since I was a little kid, I love money clips. I remember I used to have a cheap brass one, and there was a custom engraver that was in my neighborhood, an old lady, really nice. I used to get all kinds of stuff engraved. I remember I got the Beatles logo engraved on there, and she's like, don't tell anyone, this is copyrighted. I'm not really supposed to be doing this. And I carried that thing all through like elementary school. It was pretty cool. But the only downside to having money clips is that you know, you have to keep some tension in there. You can't carry two singles. It's too loose, you know. On vacation, I nixed the wallet completely, and I carried my my carry permit, my driver's license, because when we went out to dinner and stuff, I still had my gun and knives with me. But yeah, I had to keep it kind of thick. So when you run out of money, it's kind of useless. It's just hard to carry just a couple bills. It works much better with a wad. So if you're not rich, you got to get like, you know, 10 ones, and then maybe like a 5 and a 20 or something there. And then you have a good amount of pressure, so it works better. But anyway, moving on. Still love the Solar Watch. Absolutely love it. You know, I don't have to say much about G-Shocks. Everyone knows the deal. They're great watches as it is, and there's such a good variety of designs that match your personality or your look, whatever you're going for. I mean, some people have huge collection of G-Shocks, and If they're wearing an orange shirt, they throw on their orange G-watch, G-Shock rather. They got a red shirt, they put on the red watch. Some people are very fashion conscious like that. I am not, but I do love this one. I love that it's solar powered and it's perfect. And obviously I'm filming this at 8:36 p.m. What do you think about that? The bandana. Yeah, speaks for itself. It's a bandana. Works great. I love it. And yeah, I think I said in my video when I was talking about these bandanas, this is from Going Gear, and I said it's got the Victorinox Swiss Army knife on there. No, it's not Victorinox brand. Some people decided that they needed to point that out to me. Obviously the shield is just some generic, Swiss shield. It's not an actual Victorinox. But I use some of those terms loosely. It's a Swiss Army knife, but I love it. Works great. The gun, nothing new. Still rocking the Kel-Tec P3AT, and yep, it's loaded. So we're gonna put that away again. Now onto the keys. This is a big focus because this is where most of the changes happen this month. First thing I did was I put on the glow-in-the-dark fob. This thing is freaking awesome. Works very well. I absolutely love it. I like the look of it too. But I do occasionally have to drive at night, and when I do, it's just nice that this thing's glowing. I noticed that the sunlight on like even a cloudy day, it gives me enough of a charge where I don't really have to charge it with the flashlight. When I did the video talking about these things, I said, you could just give it a quick flash with your flashlight and get it like super bright, but it's not even that necessary. And completely by accident, I dropped it at night, and I can see exactly where my keys were because this thing was on here. So that worked out very nicely for me. I just did a video on the new version of the screw pop tool. I'm keeping the black one on here, and because it's a magnet, my handcuff key is stuck on there. And yes, I do carry the handcuff key now. I do keep the cuffs in my car, just never know. Of course, my old CountyCom skull bead on the lanyard, which I like. Also new for me is this SOG. You guys have seen these, a couple different variants on these keychain tools that look like keys. It's a little pair of scissors. Very nice. I have it on the Maritac Crab Claw, so it's quick detach for me because if I was going to use little scissors, I don't want to have to worry about holding the whole set of keys on me. All right, so I can use it like that. It does have a lock on it. Not a huge fan of the lock, believe it or not. Talk more about that when I do the review on it, eventually. What else? Flashlight. If you notice, I didn't have any dedicated flashlight because I started carrying this. It's the Spec. Let's see, I forget who makes it. Spotlight is the brand. And I used to keep this on my zipper pull in the winter. Just a simple little 5mm LED, little clip-on flashlight. It's not the brightest thing I have. I have a lot of flashlight options. You guys know I love my flashlights. And I do have new ones, but I just haven't carried them lately because I put this on the keys. It's not necessarily a bad thing to have doubles or triples of something. Obviously, I carry multiple knives, but I don't always feel it necessary to carry multiple flashlights. I will always have something that's nearby. I don't always have a flashlight, and I don't always have a lighter on me. You can see there's no Zippo or anything in this this EDC setup, but they're always close by. So anyway, that's my keys. That's what I've been rocking lately, and I am using these tools. It's cool. I like it. As I was saying in the beginning, as my keys are starting to get bulkier again, I was, for a while there, I was using the Keybar. I love the Keybar, and I kind of swapped off. The problem for me is that I have the big, bulky, key fob here. I wish I didn't have to have a key fob. I would probably still be using the Keybar if I didn't have this, but because I have this, I have to have the Keybar attached to this. And then for me, it kind of defeats the purpose of it for my specific case. Yeah, of course, it keeps everything quiet, and it is still really nice. But when I started adding other things like flashlights and the glow-in-the-dark fob and stuff, for me, the Keybar at that point would just become another accessory, not the main part of my keys. Now, when winter rolls around, I will probably use the Keybar again because I want to keep my house keys detachable from my car keys for the obvious reason of I want to be able to go out, start the car up, warm it up, start scraping the ice off and stuff, and be able to come back and forth without having to lock the door and lock myself out. So yeah, when winter time comes, you'll probably end up seeing something like that again. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. That's been my EDC as of late. Oh, look at all this stuff. People always ask me, Jeff, how do you carry all this crap? I had some guy who actually got really mad. This wasn't recent. This was, it had to have been like last year. But he sent a long, like, angry message. Like, He said, I smoke, I carry a pack of cigarettes, I carry a Bic lighter, which is usually in my pack of cigarettes, and I carry a cell phone, and even that is too much for my pockets. How in the hell do you carry all this stuff? And he tried to call me out. He's like, there's no way you actually carry this stuff. Meet me. Meet me in person. You will see all this crap and more on me. I carry it all the time. I'm so used to carrying so much stuff for so long that it's not a big deal. It just comes down to the simple fact that I'm used to it. I've been carrying such a large variety of different things on me, on my person, all the time for so many years now that it's just common. It's common for me to have a bunch of weight on. That's why, you know, I always wear a belt. You'll probably never find me without a belt because, you know, especially with the gun and all the other stuff I have in my pockets, it's just my pants would be around my ankles all the time if I didn't have a belt on. So anyway, that's it. That's my EDC update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'd love to hear your new acquisitions. You got new gear, new knives, new flashlights. Tell me all about it down in the comments, and everyone else wants to read it as well. So anyway, I appreciate your time as always. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day.